Hey, what is up, everybody? And welcome to the Year 3 Sneak Peek panel live at the Season 3 Finals from Sao Paulo, Brazil. I am Justin Kruger, your community developer on Rainbow Six Siege, and I'm joined by two wonderful gentlemen. To my left, Alex Remy, brand director. How's it going, Alex?
Justin, I couldn't be more excited really by what we're seeing and what we are experiencing today. Like the crowd in Sao Paulo is just amazing. Like, thank you so much, Brazil, for the warm welcome. All the crowd is fantastic. So it's been like by far like one of the best finals I've attended for Rainbow Six Pro Finals.
It's been super emotional, super energetic. I've had chills the entire time. It is crazy, especially after that emotional semifinals game where ENCE advances to the grand finals, which is so amazing. And of course, to Alex's left, we have Jeremy Somerville, esports manager on Rainbow Six Siege. How's it going, Jeremy?
I'm great, as Alex. I'm very, very excited to be here. We have an amazing crowd and an awesome atmosphere, so I can't wait for the final. And even for Penta against Braglagan, I think it will be amazing with this crowd.
Absolutely. In just a few moments, we'll be talking about all the things that are going to be happening in 2018, the third year of Rainbow Six Siege. And as year 2 comes to a close, we need to take a quick look back at this amazing year. It really was a transitional and foundational year for Rainbow Six Siege, where we have 25 million players, millions of players playing every single day, and just a warm and amazing community that has been fostered over this past year. And if 2017 was the foundational year and transitional year, 2018 is a little bit more of an experimental year. A little bit, there's going to be a few different things, and in just a few moments, Alex and I are going to run through the Year 3 roadmap. And Alex, what can players kind of expect in the Year 3?
First, I want to say that let's all take a moment to enjoy the fact that we do have and we do confirm today the fact that we're having a Year 3. This is obviously people were expecting this. As a dev team, we are planning it. And there's been a couple of information that actually leaked. But let's be honest, let's go back a year or 2 years ago. No one was expecting that game to be here today. We have, as you mentioned, 25 million players today. Year 3 in confirm, and we have plans to stay for a very long time. This game is built to last, and we're going to make sure that it happens.
Absolutely.
So regarding year 3, as you mentioned, let's have a look at the roadmap where we'll see how we're going to be structuring things and launching things in that Year 3.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's take a look at that right now. And also, I should mention that this panel is broken up into 2 parts. So right now we will take a look at the Year 3 roadmap, but further down the line, we're going to be taking a look at the Six Invitational with Jeremy, which is really kind of an amazing event that will be coming up in February. So that's the structure of the panel, and then we're actually going to go right into the Year 3 panel, or Year 3 roadmap. So let's take a look at that for what we have. Alex?
Yeah, indeed. As people can expect for the Year 3, one of the formula that we want to absolutely keep, because it's been working, is the seasonal structure of Rainbow Six. So expect Year 3 to keep its quarterly seasonal content. So every 3 months, expect a new operation to come down. It's been for us something that has been working, that recipe of having 3 months an operation with its content, operators, and maps. That's going to be something that we'll keep doing.
Absolutely, and here we have the Year 3 roadmap, which we will be revealing over the course of this panel. Obviously, for Season 1, we just saw a little sneak peek at what Season 1 entails. So, Alex, could you please break it down, and let's take another look at that Year 3 Season 1 asset.
Indeed, if we keep that formula of the seasonal structure as mentioned with you, Season 1 is that being said the other ones. Back to the roadmap that you see a little bit before, Season 1 has a sort of new content and new flavor. We are not this time having a map, but we'll be launching an event, co-op event that's called Outbreak. That's going to start that Year 3 within Operation Chimera, which is the official name of Season 1 Year 3. And we wanted to go back to our roots, sort of. So we're going to go to Italy with 2 operators from the GIS. I'm very excited to share when it's going to be the time, the thematic of the map and everything that we've chosen, because it's really exciting and really different from what we did in the past.
Yeah, absolutely, and something we're so season 1 is something completely different, something that players won't be expecting really. And then season 2, a little bit more traditional, 2 operators, 1 map in Italy with Italian operators.
Absolutely.
Which is really cool. Great. Now, season 3.
Season 3 is somewhere a hybrid between a classic season and something we wanted to achieve, which is a hybrid season where we do have 2 operators with two different nationalities. But the main difference with the classic season is the fact that this time around we are doing a map rework. So map rework is for us as a philosophy from the dev team is looking at year 3 and beyond. It's time for us to look at the content that is growing and growing, and make sure that we cater to that content, take care of that content, make sure it's as good as possible. So rework is going to be the first step of that philosophy, where we're taking 1 map out of the rotation, a map that you guys know, and we are completely reworking it. From level design to art, the idea is to reintroduce that map after in a full season, so that people have a totally new experience with that map.
And just to be clear, that map is going to have the same kind of atmosphere and the things that you love about that map. It's just going to take away some of those bad things and rework some of the angles, maybe some of the pathways and destructibility, and also some of the bomb sites. So a lot of those things that a lot of players that will provide us feedback on, we're actually going to be implementing this.
Yeah, and it's also the possibility for us to take an environment that's familiar, where obviously we're changing some of the level design, but also tell a new story through art and design. What if House is now set in Christmas? What if Hereford is at a different time period, or has had a new extension in the building? So that's really how we can also tell the story through map and environments with this. And I think it's a pretty exciting idea to take some of the elements that we know and turn them a little bit upside down.
Absolutely, and I mean, map knowledge is one of the most important things in Rainbow Six Siege. So this is really kind of interesting. And I have one question that I think a lot of our players are probably asking about. Why are we doing this? Why are we taking this direction instead of really, the standard direction?
You touched upon a little bit this, like coming out in our 3rd year now, or coming to our 3rd year, we're reaching about 20 map and plus. One of the ideas now, how do we take all those maps, keep them, improve them, and make newcomers and people that are coming to the game something that is a bit more easy. Map knowledge is, as we know from data and consumer and player feedback, one of the most and biggest difficulty to get into the game. So one of the ideas for us is like, hey, 20 maps is starting to be a pool that is enough at the moment. Let's add 2 maps a year instead of 4, and let's have the time and the support and efforts from the team to actually rework some of the map and even buff some of the map that we know.
So this is going to be full philosophy moving forward for this season, and potentially other maps might be getting a few other changes. Yeah, really interesting. So that is what you can expect for season 3, and now our final season of year 3. What can we expect for season 4?
This one I'm particularly excited. It's back to again basics. Fourth season, like the second, is a full country and a full CTU. But this time, and for the first time, Rainbow Six is going to go in Africa, North Africa, especially with Morocco as the new country and new CTU that we're bringing. I can't tell you how excited am I to get to that continent. We went to Asia last year. This time it's Africa, and now Rainbow Six has been to every continent. So it's really, really cool for us as a fantasy. So it's going to be so much different from what we used to.
So there you have it, the year 3 of Rainbow Six Siege 2018. Really exciting stuff. That is incredible content that is coming your way. We, of course, start the year with Operation Chimera with Mission Outbreak, and then we move on to Italy with a traditional season, 2 operators, new map, and then we also have a new change where it's an additional operator for UK and America, and then also a map rework, which is going to be interesting, and then we move on to Morocco, which is really exciting stuff. Obviously, this is going to be one of the biggest years for Rainbow Six Siege. New things, new kinds of experiments that we're actually going to be implementing, and you'll be able to learn all about, of course, Mission Outbreak and Operation Chimera at the Six Invitational, and you do not want to miss that. And of course, there will be another year 3 pass available in mid-December, which is really cool. So more details will come on that in the future. So once again, this panel is in 2 parts, as I mentioned earlier. And speaking of the Six Invitational, we will be moving on to that next. Alex, year